When I was a kid, I think someone told me I ran like a chicken. I don't think I've ever run since.
There's been a high-level security breach. And we need Team Sonic's immediate assistance. Project Shadow is far beyond anything we've ever encountered.
First question, how are you similar to Sonic? In what ways?
We have similar hair. We have a very similar voice.
Who are you? Why do you look like me?
My personality and my comedic sensibilities, because they let me improvise quite a bit, are really prevalent in Sonic.
Okay, everything is fine. You played some baseball, got a little upset, lightning shot out of your butt, and now they're coming for you.
Which is very, very, very exciting. So
I was actually going to ask about improvising as Sonic. So they let you improvise a ton. What is the difference between improvising IRL versus improvising as an animated character, potentially to nobody?
Yeah, it's just me and the director is there, but I'm doing it sometimes to the screen so I can see Jim Carrey's performance and I can improvise against it. The best thing is I can do 1 billion different takes and it doesn't cost anybody any money. When you're on set and you're doing, you're wasting people's time, but when you're in a booth, it's just I'm there for 3 hours. Let's try 20 different jokes. I just keep trying new stuff until we find the best version of what we think will work great. I think that's the freedom, that we really get an unlimited amount of tries until my voice kind of stops. So the other thing is, because it's animated, I can then watch a rough cut of the movie, see what I don't like or what I do like, change my performance, find a way to set up Shadow a little bit better, find a way to set up a joke of Robotnik's a little bit better. I can change throughout the whole process, as opposed to live action where you can't really get back out there and record more.
Do you find that you get obsessive about it in that way? I feel like if I had the ability to edit things, which I often do, I can be such a perfectionist. Do you find yourself doing that?
Yeah, it's a great question. I do. I'll do 6 takes of something. They're like, we got it in the first one. I was like, right. But then after a while, when you're there for hours, you kind of learn to trust your instincts, trust Jeff Fowler. When they say we got it, we got it. Or if he's like, we need something else. But you're right, especially when I'm editing things as well. I'm very much a perfectionist. When even the music comes in, or when I do my live show, I have a playlist of songs to play when the audience comes in. But I want to be able to help the experience from beginning to end. So I do like that sense of helping guide an experience.
Very producer mindset. That's awesome. Are you very fast at anything?
I think in improv, my brain works pretty fast on stage for long form improv, but not in any other way. I am slow. When I was a kid, I think someone told me I ran like a chicken. I don't think I've ever run since.
Must be rough being slow all the time.
It took me about 16 minutes to run the mile, or 18 minutes to run the mile when I was in high school, so I can completely relate.
Oh, I can type very fast.
And type very fast. Well, next time we talk, I'll have to give you a test on that. Last question I'll ask is, what is it about Shadow that people are so taken with? And I'm so sorry, I know you are not Shadow.
I would love to answer the question. Keanu Reeves is Shadow, which is an enormous deal, especially at Regal. You know what his films are.
Please, 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 please. Yes, Keanu! You are a national treasure.
When I find you. Pop quiz, hot shot.
He is an icon. So I think it's that he has this darkness, he has these air shoes, he has abilities that Sonic doesn't have. He's almost like the inverse of Sonic. And I think that past and that history of his is really exciting. And in video games, to really give time and effort into creating a backstory for a character, I think the fans really appreciate stuff like that. So he's always been a fan favorite. And so the fact that we get to play with him in this one is bananas. And the fact that Keanu's in it is heaven.
Wow, are you guys seeing this?
He looks just like you.
Impossible. You're a colorful bunch.
If you two had a child together, would it be raised like Sonic?
Yeah, I think so.
I think there would be a lot of sarcasm going on.
I mean, we try to raise Sonic like he's a human child.
When are we gonna get there?
We will get there when we get there. I mean, as a parent, kids come into this world coded. I believe this, and they are all very different.
Mm-hmm.
Nature versus nurture. I mean, all my kids are always, so we parented each of our kids slightly differently for each of their personalities, but the sort of fundamental things and virtues that you want to instill in your kids are all for all your children. So I think in that respect, we would parent Sonic the same way as we would a new child, but we probably wouldn't be, you know, having to wash his quills and certain sort
He'd
of
probably put himself
tangible
to
things
sleep
that
really early by himself.
Yeah.
You know, like we don't have to be like, I wouldn't say rockabye baby. I'd probably be poked. You know what I mean? Like and hurt. So.
Yeah, but I think what we would do is actually use Sonic to entertain him or her.
Yes.
When we are exhausted. I think that's probably.
But do you think Sonic would make a good babysitter? You know,
Yes.
is that wise? Yes.
Yes. I think
this Sonic would.
This Sonic would. I think our child would be like, can you guys leave more often?
You would come back and your child would have like jumped through the rings and be in like London or
That's true.
Paris.
There'd be a ring-free rule that you're gonna have to stay within the confines of the house.
Yeah.
And then destruction would happen there as well, maybe while we were sleeping.
Yeah.
Why are there 17 bags of popcorn eaten? Yeah,
It would be a mess, but it would
another
be
Keanu
fun.
Reeves movie.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Incredible. So in the movie, there's a part where you both get into some hobbies because you're so bored from not having enough of adventure. Do y'all have any weird hobbies that you're willing to talk about on
We
camera?
always fail at this question.
No,
We fail miserably because we don't have any weird hobbies. So we just make them up and act like we do.
Yeah. What did we come up with? Yeah. Taxidermy.
Taxidermy.
Oh no! Don't tell Sonic that.
Yeah. Right. Well,
And I'm a vet, so
hey,
what if-
listen. I'm old school, right? This is how we keep him in line.
This could be you.
Yeah. Exactly.
You have a
You
wall
above that
of
mantle?
Sonic.
I don't think so.
Amazing. The last thing I'll ask is, what do you love about the Sonic fandom, the online fandom?
Everything.
They're passionate.
They're so passionate. This means the world to them, and we've heard their voice loudly and clearly since day one. And they've honestly, it's been a great thing an experience to share with them because I feel like their presence has been felt from the very beginning. Clearly because of the original design of the character and their voices were heard, and I think that made them feel seen. They are the purest, they are the most dedicated fans. We love them all, and I just forget how big and iconic this character is and how globally adored and revered and loved he is. And so to make these movies and make those fans happy is the most rewarding experience for sure. And thank all of them for showing up and checking it out in theaters near you.
December 20th.
Tom, Maddie, we need your help on a super... Knuckles, do you mind?
Oh, excuse me.
Tom, Maddie, we need your help on a super dangerous top secret mission.
We're in.
I want to get into it with questions about the fandom because, as I'm sure you know, Sonic fans are wild in the best way. What would you say is your favorite thing about the Sonic fandom?
Oh, just that there's always such an amazing conversation and a debate going on about all the elements of these movies, from the casting, who's going to voice the next character when they come into the films. What are the stories going to be? What games are we referencing? What Easter eggs can they look forward to?
Your flying eggs are pretty impressive, Mr. Eggman.
No, it's just so much fun to watch the speculation. There's so much passion for these characters and for this world, and it's everything you could ask for in a fan base.
Amazing. Yeah, you said Easter eggs. Anything that fans should look out for, or like any hints that you can give?
Oh, I mean, it's wall-to-wall Easter eggs. I mean, one of the ones they've already seen, I think this is the one that we had the most fun creating, was just the Chow characters and the Chow Garden. They're these big, colorful mascots that were a big part of Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2. Sonic Adventure 2 being the game where Shadow first appeared, so we've definitely pulled a lot of really fun Easter eggs and material from those games. And I think the Chow being this really fun sort of themed cafe in Tokyo was just a really fun idea, and I think fans are gonna love what we've done with it.
When it comes to the Sonic fandom, Shadow is especially huge. What do you think it is about Shadow that resonates with people. Like, people are so hyped for Shadow to appear.
He's such a offers such great contrast to Sonic, like Sonic and Shadow, while visually very similar. Just could not be more different in terms of their personalities, their experiences on Earth. They're just very, very different, and for that reason, it was so exciting to bring in an actor like Keanu Reeves to voice Shadow. He just offered us a tone that we just haven't had in these movies before. I mean, Keanu's characters are always just complex and have a little bit of edge and are cool, and that was everything we wanted for Shadow.
Amazing. And let's talk Maria. How do you make sure that you are doing the Maria storyline justice?
We worked on that so early in the storyboards and just knew that it just had to be perfect. It's so important to Shadow's backstory. It's why he is who he is, why he's doing what he's doing. We just knew that it had to be great. And so we worked very hard in the storyboards, in the script, every step of the process. We were just constantly making sure that it was dialed in and great. And then Lila Brown, who plays Maria, is just phenomenal. I think she's going to be an amazing talent in this industry. But she came in, and what she was able to do, I mean, the challenge of any of these cast members acting with a character that isn't there, I mean, it just cannot be, overstated. It's such a hard thing to do. She made it look easy, and she just gave us so much sweetness and humanity, and it really made all those scenes of Shadow and Maria together just incredible.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jeff. Really appreciate it.
You.
You too.
When we're done, there won't be anything left.
Hey, no cheat code! What did you do?
What I had to.